An important aspect of trauma healing is looking back at who you were and truly forgiving, accepting, and being non judgmental towards who you once were because of what you did not know, how you were treated, and the circumstances you grew up in. When you are given no direction, no guidance, paired with sexual and physical, mental abuse, and everything in between, it's a recipe for disaster, and it's like you're predetermined and set up for failure. When you are set up in this way, when you arrive on this planet, when you look back, can you really blame yourself for the way you reacted and responded when you had no idea what even was truly going on and the severity of it all? Reality was like living in the upside down. We can't blame ourselves. At the same time, we can recognize behaviors that we want to work on and do the work that we have to do in order to change those behaviors. But we must have grace and compassion for the various states and self-states we've been in, because without the grace and compassion, we're left with guilt and shame. And guilt and shame eats away at any amount of self-love, grace, compassion we may have. And it takes us to this place of feeling and being small and in shame, which truly should be a place that's only reserved for the abusers. Sometimes I find when I'm lacking the self-compassion and grace needed for myself, it can actually really help to initially view the situation as if it did happen to someone else. And from that place where I'm more removed from the situation, I can actually feel a very extreme and great amount of empathy and compassion for this made up person. And when those feelings of empathy and compassion arise for this other person, you redirect that empathy and compassion towards yourself, just like how you would feel this great compassion to anyone else. You also deserve that feeling of great compassion, grace, and empathy. You are just as deserving of the compassion and grace that you would give to others. It's time to also give it to yourself. It's part of a key component to healing, accepting, and understanding ourselves, while alleviating and getting rid of that extremely heavy weight that we so often carry on our shoulders.